This is the rebuild of a rear caliper on a 78 Yamaha XS1100. You can see that the difference is that the front calipers, the bleeder screw comes out here. On the back it comes out here. And the piston's a little smaller too, but we'll go ahead and begin. First thing, I'm going to open up the banjo just to make sure there's no fluid still left in there. Most of the fluid came out when you take it off the bike. This bike sat for a long time, but it looks like somebody tried to put fluid in it recently. And we're going to be repainting all of this anyway, so it's okay if you get a little bit of brake fluid on everything. Next, we will do the bleeder screw. We're going to clean that passage out too. Set that aside, set the banjo aside. Awesome. So first thing we're going to do is remove the dust cap. There's a little ring right on the outside right here. If you can see that, it pops right off and it'll basically take the dust cap off with it. I already don't like what I'm seeing with this. See all that corrosion in there? That means it is going to be a pain to get that out. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is push it back in to see if we can break it loose. There's presses that you can use. I don't have one, I just have a big set of pliers. So open them all the way up. Throw one of the old nasty brake pads in there. As you can see, I'm going to be replacing those too. So throw that in there and see if you can clamp it down at all. That one went down surprisingly easy. Some fluid might come out, so you can put it over here. Oops. Move that over. So now the spring clip will come out. I think the rebuild kit comes with a new one of those, so we don't really have to worry about it. All right. So now that we have the dust seal off and we pressed it down, we're gonna pull the slide out. This one's kind of stuck, so I'm hoping we can just push it out with a screwdriver. Actually, let's put a bolt in it just to save the, that's not the right bolt. Technical difficulties there. So now that the slide is pushed out, we can go and push the rubber out. That's pretty simple. We'll set that to the side. Now we're going to try to get the piston out. These pistons, usually you're not supposed to grab the outside of the edge with anything because you're going to score it, but this one has a lip that the dust seal sets in, so it makes it so we actually can grab it. There's a tool that I have a picture up of right now that is made to go in here and hold it and clamp on and pull it out. Just by all the corrosion and the fact that I did the front calipers on this bike already and they were basically seized, I'm almost going to guarantee that that tool's not going to work very well. So we're going to do it the backyard way, which is with 2 sets of pliers. First big set of pliers you grab right there to get some leverage. Then you use a big screwdriver to kind of just get it to move up just a little bit. This one doesn't want to move at all. Let's spray some stuff in there, see if we can get some of this crap off of it. Grab the top of it and see if we can get any of it out. So you're just trying to use the small pliers on the big pliers as leverage. This is stuck in there pretty good, so I'm gonna work on it for a minute. So we finally got it out. As you can see, there's all sorts of crap all over the outside of the, this is all corrosion, none of it's gouges from pliers or nothing. And then you look in the actual cylinder itself, there's just all sorts of buildup. So this one was seized, but we got it out. So next is just spraying all the stuff with some cleaner. Make sure you wear safety glasses. And we can see in there, there's all sorts of, see that right there? We'll probably have to use some 100 or 1500 grit sandpaper and kind of clean that up a little bit. But I'm gonna spray it some more, wipe it with some towels. Yeah, there's a bunch right there too. Wipe it with some towels and see how much of that we can get off without having to sand it. But if not, we'll go from there. All right. So a lot of it's coming off, so we might not have to sand it, but we will replace that seal in there because that's swollen and making that cylinder stick really well. All right, so the seal, just be very careful. Just use a little screwdriver. You can pop it out like so. Yeah, you can see this is just garbage. So it makes sense why that was stuck in there. And there's just a bunch of stuff behind it, so we gotta clean that out too. So next is we're gonna go degrease it, do all that stuff so that we can clean it and then paint it. So we'll do that next. So now, we've got a caliper. We're gonna spray it with some degreaser, with soap and water too. And use a soft bristle brush. This long bristle to clean all the dirt off. Now we're gonna go put it back, go dry it off and get it ready for paint. All right, so we went ahead and painted it with a high heat temperature paint. We used the engine enamel just because it's the same as the same levels as the brake caliper paint. You see when we painted it, we taped off the cylinder right there and the passages for the banjo and the bleeder. So first thing we're going to do is put the seal in. So the new seal just pops right into the groove. It's not very hard. The old one that was swollen, so the piston was stuck. Sorry, it's not seeing very well. Next, we're going to take the piston. We're going to put brake fluid on the outside and a little bit on the seal. Be very careful not to get it on the paint you just put on there. So that's what I do, is just get a shop rag, dabble some on it. Just go ahead and slide it right in. You might have to wiggle it back and forth at first just to get it to go down. There we go. Then we'll pop it back up just a little bit so that we can put the dust seal on. New dust seal goes around that ridge that we were prying at to get the piston out when it was seized. Just slides on pretty simply. Just work around a little bit, and then if you push the outside edge around, you can work it with a little screwdriver if you want. Just be careful you don't pierce it. You also push this all the way down, it helps get it where it needs to be. Then you can just put the ring right over it. This is the new ring. Just around the outside edge. Push that down with a screwdriver if you need to. There we go. So that's on as well. So that's all together. Now we're going to put the slide back in. And the actual middle part of the slide, I like to put just a little bit of grease on it, just so it slides a little easier. Just wiggle it back and forth a little bit, and it'll go in there. All right. Now we got to remember to put the spring clip back in. The brake pad rebuild, the brake pad kit is from NHC, and it comes with a new spring. So we'll put that in as well. Make sure we put the bleeder back in. Tighten that. Put the banjo back in, just so you don't lose it. There you go. It is all done. You just need to bolt it to the bracket, which we also painted when we did that. And we'll go ahead and take care of that, but that's how you rebuild the inside of the cylinder.